And welcome back to the Anime Alchemist podcast. My name is Emery.
My name is Gary.
My name's Martine.
This is episode 93. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, whether it is on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, or Spotify, or any of those other podcasting applications you guys use. You guys also check out the video on YouTube every Thursday. Check out the video early on Spotify. Let's talk about some anime. Spoiler warning, like always. Now, for those of you who might not know or haven't paid much attention, there is a new person that kind of like handles our technical things. You hear her from time to time. It's the Bunny Lord.
What's up?
And so like during our like little hiatus, she watched an anime that we're all pretty fond of, and it's also like come out with its new season. So like first, like I want to know what your thoughts of Jobless Reincarnation were, like that first season.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I did like it. I would recommend it to everyone. Try it out.
I was surprised that she ended up liking it.
Really?
Yeah, a little bit. I didn't expect her to like it, to be honest.
So you recommended an anime I wouldn't maybe like.
I was hoping that you were going to like it, but expecting you not to. You're very difficult to find an anime that like hits it for you. Like you're very, you know what you like and you know what you don't like, essentially.
See.
Yeah. But this was a trade-off, right?
Yes, it was a trade-off.
What did we trade?
I watched Jobless and he watched Blue Exorcist.
Was it worth it?
Yeah,
100%.
definitely like Jobless. It was awesome, and I know Martine enjoyed Blue Exorcist.
Yeah. I think if it like at the end, whether I like it or not, if it gives you the feeling of like, I'm glad I watched it at the very least,
Mhm.
whether it
won,
was
yeah.
amazing or not,
You definitely won.
it's yeah, you win. Like it's a good trade-off. And I think that's kind of like the system that we've been doing lately without really trying, because like that's why you started watching Love is War too. Even though-
Jobless was a little slow at the beginning. I will say you have to have a little bit of patience just for like the character introduction and the build up. But other than that, like if you can just have a little patience and just get to know the characters and the world, you'll like it.
Yeah, the world is cool.
It's
Mhm.
less of a typical shonen isekai type of anime. It's more like an isekai, and it feels like slice of life
Yeah.
at the start. But then it becomes more of an adventure. There's kind of like, fighting actually becomes prevalent. It reminds me a lot of like historical piece fiction,
Okay, yeah, I could see that.
because they're traveling a lot, visiting different countries.
Mm-hmm. I like the progression of time in the show.
Mhm.
It's very good and very accurate. Like it keeps up with itself.
Ah,
It's
I-
very good.
I cared more about the world than the characters, though. I was a little bit more invested in the world. I thought the world, how they set it up and stuff, was kind of unique. Like I said, the characters took a second, but overall,
sixfold
they did grow on
world.
you.
yeah, they grow on you
Yeah,
eventually.
they
for sure.
definitely do.
Was it the sixfold world aspect?
Yeah, I think so. I think about that. But it was also kind of a mind trip because I didn't realize that they were still on their own world. I thought they transport to another dimension type thing.
Like they got re-isekai.
Yeah, like they got re-isekai'd, and I was like, "What? Where are we?" And then I realized like they're just on a way farther part on their planet.
totally
a different
different
country,
Continent.
continent.
Yeah, different continent.
Yeah.
That was mind trippy,
Mhm.
but it was really cool once I finally like realized, oh, that's so cool. Like,
Mhm.
wow, their world's very vast. It's not just like humans. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that point is when it gets a lot of the people really interested in the show, because you realize it's so much bigger than what you expected it to be, And there's like, I don't know, like that's something that's always attracted me to a lot of shows, just the world building aspect. It's why we love One Piece so much. It's why we love Magi so much. Full Metal Alchemist, same thing. Like it shows that you pay attention to, what is outside of just your main cast of characters, and you can juggle a lot of different storylines at
Yeah.
the same time.
Oh, it's so good. And now I'm so excited for the second season.
In the depressed magician arc.
Yo,
I don't know, man.
He's not
Seems
that
like he
depressed anymore.
overcame it.
Yeah, he overcame
This
that faster
last
than I
episode
expected.
seems like he overcame it.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of our boy Rudius.
Mhm. Have you been watching any of season 2? Yep.
No, I haven't.
No,
Garbage.
you watched
Trash.
that second episode with me.
I know, but I was just like,
She was she probably wasn't paying attention because she don't have the full context of the episode.
all right, don't call me out like that. But
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna watch the next season of Blue Exorcist when it comes out. You better watch season 2 of Jobless.
We're gonna have like a whole viewing party for like Blue Exorcist. Like, there's no
Yeah.
ifs, ands, or buts. Like, viewing party.
Fair
You
enough.
think they're gonna drop it all at once?
Doubt it.
No, I
The
doubt
whole-
it.
nah.
But I meant like
Yeah.
the first like episode because like Blue Exorcist took what like it's been 4 or 5 years since like new season came out. Like it's
Yeah.
not. It didn't have the traction that these newer animes did. Like it took time and time and
Well,
time.
it's been consistently like that. Like it got its first season, then like 6-7 years passed,
Really?
and then it got another season. Yeah,
I didn't know it was that long of a break between those 2 seasons.
yeah, man. And at the end of the first season, they started pulling a Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, they started changing shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. I didn't know that.
Mhm.
Wait, so how much of it is different from the manga? Like, what is the biggest, I guess, differences you're the expert in?
Oh, bro, in the first season, like they kind of rushed to an end to end the whole series. So like
Oh, yeah, well, yeah.
we had told you when you first watched the first season, like start at a certain point or
Mhm.
stop at a certain point.
Yeah, I do remember.
That was why, because they like ramp a bunch of stuff up and like tie everything up to a conclusion,
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
but that's not what the manga was doing.
I'm pretty sure they were
Oh.
just trying to finish it. They weren't expecting to get a lot of traction with the manga, so they were gonna finish off the anime and just be done with the whole like series and not do
Right.
any more. But then the community obviously was like, no, the manga was so amazing, like redo it. Like
Yeah.
that's
Keep
why they
going, yeah.
created like the second season to basically be like, hey, forget about those last like few episodes of season 1.
Mhm.
Start off here and then start season 2, and then it continues on with the manga. But 100% they just gave up on it because they're assholes or lost money or
Really?
something.
Dang, see, I had no idea because I haven't read any of it. All I
It's
watched
also
was
a monthly series.
Yeah, and you guys have told me that it's monthly. That's insane. Because to me, it felt relatively seamless. I guess going from season 1 to 2, there was a weird little gap where I was like, wait, time has passed, like the trial finished or whatever, and I'm
Mhm.
like, what was the verdict? Like, what the fuck happened? You know?
Mhm.
And then you get context a little bit later on into season 2 about what happened and what they decided or whatever. So that part kind of confused me, but overall, I could kind of follow a storyline. So it's interesting that you say that it rushed through a lot of it, because to me, not that it didn't feel rushed. I could see certain points where it was, but without having any other context, it felt like just a solid story, I guess, between season 1 and 2. And that left me with more questions at the end of season 2, which is why I'm glad it is getting a season 3.
Yeah.
I need to know more about Mephisto. Like, that is my biggest question. And then Rin's brother that I wrote, Yukio, that I
Yeah.
always forget his name.
Have they haven't seen the guy of light?
No.
Oh,
No.
remember there's spoilers
My
on this
guy.
podcast.
I don't know we're spoiling ourselves.
No.
Do you want me to spoil? Like,
Just say no or yes.
no, they haven't seen that.
Okay.
yet.
Okay. Cool.
I was gonna say no.
No.
Oh, that's in this next season, right?
Yes.
Oh man,
Mm.
y'all don't even know what's gonna go down, but it's crazy.
Oh, I read.
So you know what
Oh,
that
I read like I at least read the next like volume afterwards.
Tiny
Oh, okay.
spoiler: the Illuminati shows up.
Yeah.
like Doctor Strange Illuminati?
No.
This universe's version,
Mm.
and it's good.
Are they actually called the Illuminati?
Oh, bro,
Original.
there's some characters like coming out of this. You're gonna be like, I fuck with this character.
Okay, cool. I always like when they introduce like a solid new character.
That and you get different perspectives of current characters too.
Mm-hmm.
Like it really shakes up your perception
Oh yeah.
of like
I like
people
it.
we already know.
It's like Magi
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
God.
so good, man.
with that character change and like, oh my god, I thought they were the good guy. I
Be
thought
careful.
they were the bad guy.
You know what happens when you give me too many Magi volumes.
I'm not
Alright.
gonna lie. That's kind of like my next plan is to binge read that.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you read Magi again?
No.
No.
Blue Exorcist.
Exorcist. That's not like I don't have access to read it super quick.
Do you have all of it? It's impressive.
Uh-huh. It's crazy. Okay, we were supposed to be talking about
Y'all supposed to be
Jobless.
convincing
Yeah,
me or
Jobless.
something. Oh yeah.
yeah, and like the second season, so like okay. Our buddy Sam
Mm-hmm.
explained to us that the first episode of the new season, episode 0,
Mm-hmm.
is just a like contextual like point of view to like help people somewhat understand like what maybe other characters have been doing,
Right.
which I really appreciate they did, because I'm gonna be honest, I have been paranoid and concerned as fuck as to what happened to Sylphie.
Yeah, agreed.
Like out of every, like they showed all those other characters,
And
I'm
the
just
mom.
like, okay, we don't really know what's going on with mom too much, but like we have enough context to know that she used to be a badass.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Sylphie? No, not so fucking much.
You know, she was a child.
Mm-hmm. And so, like, thank God she got put into a decent position to, like, one, she can protect somebody.
Yeah.
And two, like, it puts her in, like, a public situation. So maybe she's not so fucking threatened.
But I really like how Sophie is getting the opportunity to grow as a character. She's
Mhm.
getting a chance to overcome her insecurities and
Mhm.
stuff like that and get stronger with her magic and all that. And then I had Sam explain to us that apparently, like, when you use too much of your magic or mana or whatever, it changes your hair color, and that's, you know, why she has like silver hair now, I guess.
Silver white hair now.
Which
yeah.
looks good. It actually looks
Mhm.
really good on her. I like it more.
Silent fits.
And I did ask a question, so I'm just gonna give it out to y'all. No, it's never going back.
What? Oh, it's never.
The hair's never
yeah.
going back.
Yeah, it's
Honestly,
gonna be.
that's probably she's probably fine with it. She was probably like, "Fucking bet." Now I don't have to be
Always looking
thought
like
as a superb.
that's a.
Oh yeah, I
good
forgot that
point.
there's that correlation.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, we're supposed to get him back this season.
Oh, I would
I
love
hope so.
that.
I really like
Ruger.
Ruger. He was a cool
It was
fucking
the
character.
shit. And so then, like, the first episode, I guess, of the season.
Oh, the first actual episode.
Yeah, from like the Rudiest point of view.
hmm
He's just a bitch boy.
He's just a
crying.
sad little bitch boy.
Drifting through. Yeah, sad little bitch boy.
Oh, I'm
It's his
having
first
a panic
heartbreak.
It takes till
So-
the whole second episode
attack.
for him to stop being a bitch boy. And it's at the end of the episode. So we got like 2 full episodes of him being a bitch.
Listen, I'm gonna vouch for him a little bit and be like, his biggest fear
He-
kind of happened. Like everything that he was scared that was gonna happen
Mhm.
ended up happening. Can you blame him for being a little depressed?
He forgot about living seriously.
Yeah, but he's still a child. I know that he's an adult in his mind, but he's living through a child, so I think
He
he's
definitely
allowed
has
to.
hormones.
He's
for
gonna
sure.
react the best way he can. That like that was what he thought. You know, he thought he loved her. He thought the feeling was mutual. He completely, in his eyes, kind of got betrayed by someone who he never expected to betray him. And betray is a strong word. That's not really what I mean to say.
She abandoned him.
But she abandoned him, and he's alone again. And that's what he was like terrified of from the very beginning.
Not only that, but she abandoned him knowing full well his family is not there. Like they're scattered. He's still
Mhm.
searching. He really is alone,
Yeah.
and she's still left. But granted, she's also alone. Like yeah, okay, she has Ghislaine,
Mhm.
right, to like protect and travel with her and instruct her or whatever.
But like all of her family's killed.
Her whole family's dead.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I forgot about
Like
that.
her grandpa got executed
Mhm.
because he let the monostorm happen.
Right. So, yeah, agreed. I think she knows that it was a shitty decision that she did,
Mm-hmm.
but it was for the best. I think for both of them. I think it's gonna help both of them grow.
It's like not now.
Yeah.
She the biggest issue is she didn't say that to him, right? She just
Yeah.
told him, "I can't see you as an equal." Like she's basically telling him, "I realize you're just a child.
Yeah.
Like you're not an adult." And
really
she's
shitty.
that is shitty. That's shitty of her to try to lean on that, but in reality, she's too shy, I guess, to actually say, right now is not a good time. Like I need to go experience.
I don't think that she was too shy. I think she just
She doesn't understand it.
maybe
she's got the wrong perspective of it.
maybe yeah. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it doesn't feel like it was a shy
But-
thing.
But isn't it good character writing if like you know, you
I
can't
mean,
even really say one or the other. It's not black and white. It's
Mhm.
very nice in that
It's-
gray
yeah.
section.
Agreed.
But it sucks when characters are too, oh, they're so good and like honorable and driven this way, but then they could never do something bad or like,
Yeah.
right in that nice sweet spot where it's like, dang, you can't falter too much, but you can't like,
But you can't say it was the
It
greatest.
it wasn't the
choice.
greatest,
Yeah.
but you can't blame Rudius too much for how he's acting. But at the same time, he needs to still
yes.
move forward, blah, blah, blah. But
Yeah.
like, we like those characters. like
You're
that.
absolutely right. It's fantastic character writing, and it makes them
so
more
go watch
relatable
it.
and more human. Because like the way Rudy's is reacting is how most people would react
Oh yeah.
in that situation. Like yes, he's being a bitch, but
Well, not anymore.
not anymore.
Not anymore.
He overcame it in an episode. I was fully expecting half of the season to be him
yeah.
be mopey and depressed. 2 episodes. It only took that much, and the first one wasn't even like he wasn't even in there. This could have happened like before. It technically did because it showed her landing and kind of like figuring out her spot, Sophie. So really, in the span of like an episode, he was able to overcome that, and it was a really good scene. I really like the way they did it. How he like throws the hair into the fire and everything. It was super metaphorical or whatever, or symbolic, and it worked, and the music was super good. Sam was very happy with how they did it. He was like, I like that a lot. Like the music adds and it elevates the scene more, and it gives you that feeling of like, okay, our main character was in a very low point and he has gotten better at overcoming it, and now he's doing it on his own.
He's more now. He's
stronger.
Time for him to like
Yeah,
overcome it.
absolutely.
Mhm.
So I thought it was really cool. I really enjoyed this series. It's deep as fuck.
I really like the fucking like the party that he's like hanging out with. They're like a good little
Good group.
cast of people that like you
I like
can
that
tell like
leader.
they give a shit.
Yeah, they care about him, but they don't pry too much, which I
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
They give him his space, and they know that, hey, he has his shit, he has his baggage. If he wants to talk about it, he can. But
Well,
whatever we can do to help, we can.
He was being shitty to them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
he
was being
fucking
shitty to
was.
them, and they're like, "Hey, why are you acting that way?" He's like, "Yo, my whole family got scattered. I'm alone."
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, "That's still not a reason to be rude."
And it's not.
No,
they put him in his place. They
tell him, Sarah.
It's like you don't he doesn't know them. Like he has no reason to put his fucking baggage and like
On
bullshit
them.
on
Yeah,
them.
they just
like
mad.
it's your own shit. Like there is a point like yes, it is completely okay to be upset and mourn and all that. Perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
But man, don't make it everybody else's fucking problem.
Yeah, everyone else is going through it too, and he should have learned that already from season 1 when he met up with his dad again. Like his dad made it perfectly clear, you weren't the only one affected by this. Like, yes, I'm sure you've had it hard, but so have has everyone
everybody
else. He's been through hell and back trying to find the rest of the family, and we got to see his perspective of trying to find like everyone else, the daughters and shit. So he should know that, like, yes, what you're going through is really shitty. You're allowed to feel however you feel, but you need to move on. You need to put it in a box sometimes and just like overcome it. And I think he's learning, because this was faster the way he overcame it versus all the other stuff. But
Yeah.
the shit with his dad took a little bit longer,
And he did it on his own.
and
I
he
don't know,
did it
man.
on his own.
Last time we saw him, he was a kid.
Yes.
Now he's
Yeah,
like
he looks
a preteen.
He looks like a preteen now. He does look a little older. I like it.
It's
Yeah.
been like at least 6 months. Kids grow fast. So
Yeah.
I'm just like saying, like,
Yeah.
maybe it's been like a 6 month time skip.
Mhm.
I don't know how much time has passed, but like he's definitely grown quite a bit since then. Too.
Oh, yeah.
Like
That was.
physically.
Which
That
means
was one
he's probably
thing.
going to be
He's
throwing
tall
out
now.
some bigger shit.
I like the way that they're showing that, again, the progression of time. It was one thing that I had to
I
commend
always
season
love
2
that.
because he looks his age. Like, he looks like a teenager, kind of, or at least like a preteen or whatever he is. And honestly, the way he looks is how I wish Trunks and Goten would look, because they're roughly the same age. And I'm like, that's what they should look like, not a literal child. But
Yeah.
I digress. I'm
I
not.
mean, they
I'm not-
recently aged him up.
Yeah, recently.
And Dragon Ball Super Heroes can be now viewed on Crunchyroll.
Oh, yeah.
It is on there. Go watch it.
Yeah, go watch it. It's pretty good. I really want to know, what is this anime y'all want to convince me to watch?
Okay, bro. Let me tell you, like I said, we've talked about it before. Sacrificial Princess.
Oh.
And the King of
the
Beasts.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you guys bringing it up before.
Man, it is what it sounds like. Like there is a sacrificial.
Girl.
A sacrifice. There's a girl who she was raised, and basically her entire purpose is to be sacrificed to the King of Beasts.
Her name literally
like-
means sacrifice in their ancient language.
That's her entire purpose.
Yes.
Her name is Seraphi, and it means sacrifice in an ancient language, right? And like she's supposed to be sacrificed on this special night, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so since her entire life is built up to that, she's just kind of like, fuck it, I'll make the best out of the situation.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
She embraces it then.
Yeah.
Fully.
Yeah,
Cool.
fully. So like they dress her up in the garb right before, and she's like, "Oh man, this is so pretty! Like I that's so awesome. Sacrifices get this."
She's
I
like,
feel like
riding that high.
I'm getting
From
ready for a
perspective.
wedding.
Wow, she is a glass half full type of person then,
and
huh?
it's so fun to watch like the different situations she's put in that first episode,
Mhm.
and like her optimism, right? But then also the king, who is supposed to kill her because she is a sacrifice to him, he's just kind of like, man, he just every single time she's completely throwing him off. He's like, I cannot read what's
You
about
can't
to
read this
happen."
girl.
Yeah, and
Oh,
like,
cool.
but like, she, looking at him, sees right through his ass.
Mm-hmm.
realizes like he puts up a full front
Mm-hmm.
just so like he puts up a front of a strong king so that like his people feel like they're protected, while on the inside he's just like, nah, I really don't fuck with violence. I don't fuck with like
Like a pacifist type of guy.
high key, yeah.
Like he doesn't want to harm people.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Like, he
So
wants
there's layers
peace.
to this dude.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He much like rather like display his power than like
Have to do something
than have
to
to
someone.
actually use his power.
Mm.
Mhm.
Okay, that's interesting. And I heard that there was a little bit of romance in
Oh
this.
no, that's
Oh.
it's
The base
mainly
is romance.
It's so
Oh, the
good.
base.
Yeah, the base
So
is
good.
romance. He literally doesn't eat her and sacrifices her because he falls in love with her right away. That's literally what it is. He falls in love with her. He might not know exactly
What it is.
what
yeah.
it is, but it's 100% he just falls in love with her first.
He reveals like his darkest, deepest secret
Yeah.
to her.
Don't tell him yet.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not.
Okay.
And like when she finds out, she's just like, okay, I accept you this way too.
Oh, that's nice.
Anyways,
Anyways, like
Just
so,
isn't even phased by it.
not even a
No.
fucking little bit.
That must be refreshing for him
Mhm.
to have someone that
Yeah.
like can confide in. Because like when you get to those positions where you have to be a leader or the face of a country or whatever, like it's hard for you to have those moments of weakness.
And so like what you have to also understand though about this whole situation is that he's the king of beasts and she's a human woman.
There's like a
It's
Beauty and the Beast
complete-
type
it's
parallel.
Complete fuck.
Kinda,
a little
yeah.
bit, a little bit, but it's complete fucking taboo.
they don't mix. Humans are not supposed to be like in the beast realm.
Okay. Can he
It's-
turn into like a humanoid, or is he strictly just does he look like a beast?
Okay, so
Yeah,
there's a whole situation, or like the way the universe is made up, right? Is like there's a separation between humans and beast people,
Mhm.
right? So like they literally live in a different realm.
Okay.
I'm not saying
you can
different
kinda, like, watch
universe,
it
but it's
through.
an entire different realm,
Uh-huh.
right? And then the beast realm is shrouded in this miasma. Humans are too frail to live there,
Mm.
right? So that some of that stuff comes into play,
Mhm.
right? But the politics is there too. Is humans will never get along with beast people. Beast people will never get along with humans.
Oh, that's like a
And
very
he-
Romeo and Juliet type.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he's
Type.
declaring
Yeah.
her
I can see that, yeah.
as his queen.
Mhm.
He's like, fuck tradition, fuck the bullshit. I'm in love with this girl. She's gonna be my queen.
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
That's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that type of thing in anime. I'm sure
It's-
there are, but I haven't seen any.
Dude, it is phenomenal.
I
It has
love it.
brought a tear to my eye.
Well,
Okay.
it's just really good because it's also, you can't just be like, oh, it's just some sappy romance. It's really not. It's a lot of character driven and like
Mhm.
world building and stuff like that. Like you
Mhm.
get involved with other things. It's not just like some like bullshit puppy love or something like
Yeah.
that. It's really genuine, and that's hard to find in romances because sometimes it gets really like monotonous, sappy, and
Yeah.
monotonous, and it's just cliche. And
Yeah.
the
I agree.
cliches get annoying, but this one's not that cliche in a sense of like that's its base.
It's
Right.
not-
It knows what it is. It knows that it is a romance anime.
Yeah, like
yeah, but you
Oh.
don't
the
get-
foundation. That's just the foundation. Everything else is like a lot of things.
Fantasy and
well, everything like that's the cool thing is it's a romantic base, right? Like the story, but focused on romance, right? But there's a lot of other moving parts in the world
Mhm.
that are kind of getting in the way of their romance, right? And you have to see them overcome these different trials and tribulations together. And it's a lot of fun, like seeing the influence kind of cascade. Like I really enjoy the politics of the show.
I appreciate like when shows have politics like that.
Oh yeah, you'll
So,
love this then.
yeah, I'm actually really
Fuck.
interested. Let me add this then before I forget.
But also
That's one of-
Seraphi, the main character, you just gotta love her. If you don't like her as a person or as a character, there's something wrong with you because like she's genuinely someone you wish to have in your life
Mhm.
because she's truly a glass half full kind of girl, but she's also not judgy. She doesn't see color, she doesn't see race, she doesn't see anything like that. She genuinely just sees you as a person and she doesn't judge you right off the bat for maybe something you did.
Mhm.
She needs to get to know you to see like, hey, is that truly who you are, or are you just putting him up front, or is it just a mistake, or is it just like
She
is
gives
that
people
just-
the benefit of the doubt.
yeah, she really does, but she gives positive attitudes for everyone. She does not like automatically like just snide you or something because she might have heard a rumor or whatever. Like
That's
some history.
refreshing,
She's
honestly.
truly what you want in a real friend.
So like a solid, like just a good overall person.
Yes, she really is. And
Wow.
like I think that's what also draws me to the anime. It's hard to find someone who's like, I genuinely want you as a friend.
Mm-hmm.
But like really she's really that cool.
Okay.
She sees people for who they are.
It's refreshing as hell.
And how long is it? Is it 1 season, 2 seasons? Still
Okay,
ongoing?
so they just came out with a new intro. So
it's
there's
a
two
2-4
intros.
first
So it's going to
season.
be at least 24.
Oh, so it's like
episodes.
a first and second core type
Yeah.
show?
Yeah,
first, second
yeah,
quarter of the
it's about
season.
to start its new arc. The new arc is like so good. I'm so excited. The new like main antagonist or whatever. Oh, he's so cool. Like he really throws like a little grenade in Seraphi's world, and
Really?
it mixes things up so well. Because I'm just like, what's gonna happen? Is their love gonna survive? Or
Is this something that you feel like you might pick up the manga for?
Oh,
if
she
there's-
already
I read it in a weekend.
Jesus
She already
Christ.
read it, and the anime was still coming out.
Yeah,
Damn, bro.
I read it on
Yeah.
I read it on I was at episode 5, and then I picked up the manga and I finished it in that weekend.
Man, my goal in life is to find a recommendation for that woman to where I get that reaction. I have yet to find. I think the closest I've ever gotten was Game of Thrones. So you finished that incredibly fast, but I need an anime achievement for that now. I need to find something that I know for a fact she will eat in a weekend. That's my goal in life.
But the manga is only 80 something chapters. Like it's a quick read. It ends perfectly. You don't have to be like, oh, I need more. No, it's a happy ending
It's
romance.
like a solid resolution.
Yes, it's a nice solid resolution. It's a cute little tearjerker too. It's not like bad, but it's cute. You're happy with it, but it's done. It's not like, oh, we need 10 more seasons or bullshit or like 10 more chapters. No, it's
a concise story.
yes,
Basically.
it's a nice, because sometimes anime is a little too long for me. It gets annoying, and I want an ending like One Piece. But
blasphemy.
but no,
stabbed.
Sacrificial Princess and King of Bees has a nice ending with their manga, and I hope they animate everything because it's solid. They could definitely do the whole thing and like make their money, I'm sure.
Okay, we
all
all
watch
heard it here. You need to watch Sacrificial Princess. Honestly, it's one of my favorite things coming out right now.
Crunchyroll.
Crunchyroll. It's already on the watch list.
Cool. All right, that's added, and
it is
I'll check it out.
dubbed
Yeah.
and subbed.
Oh, even
So
better.
you
Again,
got you.
my
The dub slaps.
watching dubbed anime is so much easier for me. Like I really stopped doing that, and then ever since I picked it back up, that's the reason I've been able to watch so much more
much.
anime. I can multitask again.
I've been watching it dub.
Yeah, it's
I
good.
Yeah, the
know.
dub is solid.
Yeah,
Dub is
I
solid.
really like Seraphi's voice actor in the dub. She's super cute.
I'm pretty sure she's the same voice actor who plays one of the girls in Madoka Magica. I'm almost
also
certain.
pretty sure she's in Anohana. I'm pretty sure
Oh.
she plays Menma in Anohana.
Hmm.
Yeah, she does a good job.
Nice.
So it's very rare that we get one of these. But Martine, you have an anime recommendation?
I do. Watch the anime, and I think you guys might like it. It's really good. So, I'll try to give you like a gist of it. Basically, it's basically about like these kids essentially, and they go around. They have to like fight. They're kind of like monsters essentially, but you could more like spirits, I guess, not so much monsters. And they work in pairs too. So it's like one
This
kid.
motherfucker talking about Soul Eater?
Oh, that was what it's called. Yeah, it's called Soul Eater.
About
Really good anime. Y'all should
God
definitely check it out.
time.
Bro, it's so good.
I finished
I'm
it.
so happy you watched it.
I watched it within a
Oh,
week.
Man. The manga, though.
And I'm reading the manga right now.
Holy shit.
It was really
Oh,
solid, man. I enjoyed the fuck out of that anime.
Who's your favorite
Holy
character?
mother.
Or tag team, that works too.
My favorite character, Excalibur.
Excalibur.
Fools.
Excalibur.
He's so fucking funny, man.
When him and Hero team up, that was the perfect pair. They were meant to be together.
Oh
Why
my
would they
yeah.
not?
God,
But
that was
Excalibur
so
sneezing
funny.
was his
It
only
was just
team.
too much for him. That was the
much.
deal breaker. Y'all, I'm sorry that I took so long to watch it. I knew that I was going to. I've just been putting it off, but I needed to, and I really enjoy it. I can see why it feels like that gap of like the early 2010 genre that like I've been needing to watch. And what got me to finally give it a solid chance was finishing Blue Exorcist and realizing, oh, okay, like it gives me a similar feeling to what like the 2011 Hunter x Hunter vibe gave me. I still like Hunter x Hunter more personally, right? It was a different story. But Blue Exorcist, I really enjoyed. I have problems with it, but I enjoyed it a lot because I put it in that box or in that era. And if that gave me that feeling, and y'all kept saying that Soul Eater was even better, and that it's within that genre too, that time period, I was like, dang, there's got to be something in this that like they see that I'm just not getting because I haven't given it a chance. So I did, and that I watched that first episode, and it was weird. Like it's not like it wasn't like Akame got killed. That first episode of Akame was like, holy shit, I need to keep watching. The first episode of Soul Eater, I was like, what? Okay, like that was weird. I did not like it. I don't know if I liked it. Let me watch another one, and it piqued my curiosity. I was like, okay, I can kind of see where this is going. This is interesting. It's a weird world. The abilities are cool. The characters are fun. Like there was like bits and pieces that started just kind of like connecting, and I saw myself just enjoying it. Now, I have problems, I guess, with the show. Not like huge problems, but just certain things that I'm like, okay, well, like that doesn't make sense, or I don't know how I feel about that. And it's also probably because it's not true to the manga at the end. They diverge a lot. So that's why I want to read it now to compare and see how different it was, because I loved the whole first half of it. It was phenomenal. I thought it was so fucking good.
It's great.
It was so much fun. The character, like Maka. I love Maka.
Maka's the shit.
Maka is the shit. She's so badass. As a kid, like she just is a refreshing protagonist, I guess. Like,
female
protagonist, strong, but she's like a kid. Like I feel like normally she'd get the pass for being like that annoying kid character, but she's never once felt annoying to me. I really liked when she was on screen most of the time. She's cute too as a kid because she reacts kind of like, she would at that age. But when she needs to step up and like take on shit, she does a great job. Her and Soul are phenomenal together. They're a great pair.
They're meant to be together.
Soul's so cool.
Soul is just a cool fucking character.
He's
yeah.
cool as fuck.
I really like the character designs. They grew on me really quickly. The art style was probably one of the weird things at first, but it didn't take long for me to like grow on me. Black Star was interesting. I didn't expect him to be that kind of character.
He's the best.
I loved Black Star by the end of it.
He's a star.
It took a second because he was so cocky, and sometimes that rubs me the wrong way. I'm like, okay, he's just a cocky, loud kid, and sometimes it doesn't hit right. But this one, once you give it a chance and you see he has a character, and he's again a kid, but he steps up, and sometimes, or most of the time, he can back up the shit he talks.
Bro, what you read in the manga, you're gonna see something that he does. You're gonna call me.
Yeah.
I'm excited because
so
I remembered
good.
when you said that last time. It was literally the last time I was here. I didn't want to tell you guys. I told her though. Y'all were upstairs like, hey, you want to hear something cool? She's not for like the last 2 weeks.
Damn. Don't make friends.
This is the first time I've been able to blindside all three of y'all. Normally one of y'all know.
I'm so proud. I'm so proud. This is why I don't need to have children.
Just be proud of him.
I'm just so proud.
Thanks.
So proud of my anime babies.
Thanks, buddy. No, that was a really good one that I'm glad I watched. The ending kind of was a little lackluster.
Dog shit.
Like,
I read the manga.
Yeah, that was kind of dumb. I was like, what the fuck happened here? But okay.
I know they were definitely like, okay, wrap it up. Okay, and
it felt like that. Yeah, and they were just like, and we're ending this now. I'm like, okay. Bullshit power-ups here.
Season 2? Okay.
It was just like how Blue Exorcist, like they probably wanted to move on to other things because they thought like, they got their fill of it. It's probably not that great with the manga, or they're taking too long. And then
Guys, I have to say, one of my favorite parts about it though, and one of my favorite characters, surprisingly, was Chrono.
Love him.
Chrono, dude.
So cool.
He
gets better in the manga, trust me.
Really?
Oh yeah.
He does.
Oh yeah.
Oh, good, because they totally did a disservice to him.
There's a little
Like,
motherfucker with him.
They did him dirty.
They did him so
Ragnarok
dirty.
too. Ragnarok is cool too.
Really?
Like,
He's
like
cute.
he's cute, man.
I
I
I'm
really
glad.
love his character.
No, it was great. Wow, seeing those scenes, like one of them almost brought a tear to my eye when he was like struggling between what to do with like listening to Medusa and like planting the spy black blood thing on Miss Marie,
Mm-hmm.
and then like also not wanting to lie to his friends and everything. Like I could feel him just be like, "What the fuck do I do?"
Medusa was the worst. She made
Absolutely.
me
Horrible.
hate her.
I don't know if I can think of. Actually, I can't think of a worse mother, but she's up there with
She's
like
horrible.
the worst mothers in anime
Oh
history.
yeah, she's literally ranked as one of the worst in like anime. Yeah.
Absolutely. Holy shit.
Up there with Kyogoku or Kyogen, right?
Oh, Gyoken. Yeah,
Gyoken.
from Magi.
Gyoken.
100%.
That was the
God.
other one that I was thinking
yeah,
of. I'm
like one of the worst mothers in anime.
yeah, those two
Definitely.
take the cake. Holy shit. But she was a good villain though.
Oh yeah.
I liked her a lot. I like that she infiltrated so early on, and then like you get that reveal a little bit later. Dr. Stein or Professor Stein, I mean.
Mr. Stein was this shit.
I love the Frankenstein. That's funny.
Play on it.
He was really, really cool. I love how complex he was too, and his slow descent into madness. That was really dope.
What'd you think of Lord Death?
Yeah, Lord Death is
Lord
the
Death was
shit.
cool. Not
was funny.
expecting him to
I
be
loved
such
him.
a goofy character, but it was so refreshing getting those like serious moments when he had to fight the Kishin.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
that was the awesome. I didn't expect him to go like serious.
Yeah, me either. So it was really cool seeing that like the entire time he was doing it on purpose, and like getting those other characters, the other Death sides, to be like, why are you talking in that weird voice? It gives context to like, hey, he wasn't always like this. So I like that. It makes him just a little bit of a deeper character.
That fight. Think about this.
Which fight?
When he fought the Kishin.
Mm-hmm. The first one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Understand? He was handicapped like a motherfucker.
100%.
He didn't have a scythe.
Yeah.
He-
Imagine
he
if he
had a
did.
weapon. Fuck.
But so like when they fought the second time, and he did have the death scythe, so was the Kishin a lot stronger then? Is that why he struggled a little bit more? And was it
Yeah.
also because he was protecting his kid?
He was
and all
protecting
them?
everyone, and also because like he caught him off guard. He played dirty. He went
did
after
play
Death.
dirty. Yeah.
Death the kid, and then Lord Death had to go protect him. That's 100%. He played dirty. It wasn't that he was like handicapped. When he finally had spirit,
Yeah.
that's the Death side
Well,
stand.
well, also, like at that point, the madness in the world had
Was
like
so
built
high.
up and
Oh,
leaked
yeah,
out
yeah.
a lot. So like the Kishin
Like getting
was
stronger
just
and
getting
stronger.
Yeah,
stronger and
that's true.
stronger from it.
No, that makes a lot of sense. And what I did find weird and something that I didn't like, because it probably wasn't as true to the manga or whatever, was like when the Kishin did that blast towards Death the kid, and then Death comes in and saves them or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
knocks out Death in
Mhm.
one go, like completely knocks him out. Then later on, when the kids are fighting the Kishin again, or I guess like all three of them in that final battle, I think Maka tanks the same blow, but then just gets back up, and I'm like, that makes no sense whatsoever. But
Okay, well, in the universe, this is one thing that I really love about the story, and like you'll see it a little bit more prevalently in the manga because it's consistent, right?
Mhm.
They know where it's going, so they don't change anything. It's consistent. The madness and the way it's leaking throughout the world really does play a part in like how it influences characters,
Mhm.
right? Because madness itself, it's like the same as like the soul resonance,
Okay.
negative.
Yeah, like the
Right.
inverse of it, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like you can fall down that path and it's going to damage you too, or you could lean on other people
Mm-hmm.
and that support, that soul resonance, like that's what
reinforces
makes y'all stronger.
So
Right.
that's like
So-
a reason, basically.
So like it's power of friendship done properly because it's an actual systematic mechanic in the universe itself.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if y'all's soul's frequencies
Are
are
aligned.
matched,
Yeah.
y'all are good. Y'all can overcome a lot. So imagine if
Mm-hmm.
people got together, did something like that. You know what I mean? It's those big end game scenarios where they typically play those kind of cards, and in this story it works. It doesn't feel like an ass pull.
Oh, okay. I didn't think
Like
about it from that
you'll
point of
see
view.
the build up and the impact of each little interaction with the characters over time,
Mm-hmm.
and like how they really start to resonate with each other.
Yeah. Because like whenever I really like that aspect when they started doing the soul resonance, like with all three of them together, or resonance link, or no soul resonance. I forget.
Soul resonance.
Yeah.
But that felt super rushed. I would have loved to explore that a little bit better.
Mhm.
Yeah, and
You know?
in the manga they do.
Okay, cool.
So it's like all the stuff that is there in the anime, it's just not done properly.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it
there's a
was.
lot more to it that like will make you enjoy it a lot more.
Okay, cool.
in the
Because the
manga.
concept itself was really dope, but they just didn't. They threw it in 10 to 15 episodes before the end of the whole series. I'm like, what the fuck? This seems really important for them to just now be introducing it, knowing that I only have like 10 more episodes left. Like, it doesn't give the characters anywhere near enough time to really hone in on it. I appreciated the episode where Maka and Blackstar, had to resolve their issues between each other because it was affecting their soul resonance and like their teamwork capabilities. So that was like good. I think it just would have been nice to have not more of the same episode, but just more episodes kind of touching on that like it's hard to consistently keep that soul resonance with the other two and showing the benefits of being in sync all the time, because we really only got them doing that with the mosquito guy when they fought him, which is weird but cool.
Yeah.
And then at the end, like that's it. We only got 2 instances where they used it, and they both times essentially kind of came out on top.
Bro, Maka, the way they do her weapons and moves and everything, it builds in the manga. It makes more sense.
Okay, she doesn't just randomly get
No, she goes through stages.
oh, okay.
It's really good.
Okay. I forgot what it was called, but the other
All the issues in the anime are fixed by the manga.
yeah, and like I shit you not, I literally have it like pulled up in another tab right here. Wherever it is, there we go.
Man, okay.
Yeah, I'm at the part where kid just came back from the train in the desert and they're at the party or whatever. Because I looked online, and that's around where like the differences really kind of start. So I'm reading through that now.
No, that's cool.
Yeah, so I'm really glad I watched it. I it's hard for me to give it a rating, to be completely honest with you, because as I was telling Sam this in the meantime, I as much as like I have problems with it, like technically because the anime was not a great adaptation from what I've heard, obviously, I still really enjoyed it. Like pure enjoyment, it's up there. Like
Yeah, same.
I'm so happy I watched it. In terms of rating, I have to give it a lower rating because of the problems it has compared to all of my other, like my top 10 personally.
Yeah.
The shows in my top 10 maybe don't have as many problems as this show did, and I enjoyed it just as much, if not more. So they kind of like merit that really high rating versus this one. I just enjoyed it personally a lot, but it has a lot of problems. You know what I mean? So that's what it balances out. And it's hard for me to put it in my top 10, but I could if I didn't give a fuck,
Yeah.
But on a technical...
It's understandable people that do put it in their top 10.
Exactly, yeah. And I even told Sam, I was like, dude, like, I think you should just genuinely watch it. You're going to have problems with it, but if you just enjoy it and just watch it for the story and like
For what it is.
for the action, the comedy, it's fucking hilarious too. You'll enjoy it. It's a really good show. And now I'm just curious how the fuck that ties into Fire Force, or at least the lore behind that.
Y'all want
You're
me
gonna
to
have to read
explain
the
later?
Fire
Just
Force
ask me.
manga.
Okay. What?
You're gonna have to read the Fire Force manga to understand that.
Also, why does the sun look like that? Is there a reason?
It's just the art style.
It's just
Yeah, the artists like that.
Every fucking 10 episodes, I'm like, why the fuck does the sun look like that? I want a reason, but I don't think there is a reason.
Just cause.
Just cause.
Why does death look like that? Cause
True.
it's like low key cartoon.
It is
Like
very,
cartoony.
it's very cartoony, but edgy. It's like edgy cartoony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's such a weird mix, but I love it. Also, do they make Funkos for Soul and Maka? Because I've never
Yes,
seen them.
they're super rare though.
They're
Oh,
very
really?
hard.
Very rare.
The
Trust
other,
me.
the
I've been
other day,
looking.
I was looking at y'all's like now that I know the show, I was looking at like Death's Funko and like and Black Star. I'm like, oh, this is fucking cool. Now that I know who these characters are.
Tsubaki.
Yeah, I think another one of my favorite characters was probably Tsubaki. She was so great. I love her voice actor sounds really familiar, and I can't place her. I don't know. who it is.
I don't know. To be honest, I don't know.
It
But
just
I
sounds
love
familiar.
her character.
So sweet and such a good like supports Black Star and whatever he
How
does.
does she put up
calls,
with his attitude?
but like, calls him out when he's actually being a dick for no reason. She's like, Black Star, like, come on. You like I get how you are. I understand your personality and I fully support that. But when you're doing something that you shouldn't be doing, she at least tries to say something.
Yeah, she reels him in, and
reels
like
him
she's
in.
pretty successful with it. The fact that she, as a character, has is enough or influential enough on Black Star for him to like stop and think about what he's doing just because she said it. I love that dynamic.
Me too.
Because she has a lot of patience. Come on.
Absolutely, and I think that's why they're such a good pair together. Like I was the Meisters and the weapons, they're pairs for a reason. They resonate with each other because they need each other to succeed, and I think that's a really cool concept.
Loki kind of reminds me of Sasaki and Gabimaru's dynamic a
Mhm.
little bit. Not to that extent, obviously,
Mhm.
but a little bit.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
funny.
yeah.
He's also a ninja.
So,
It is, yeah.
would you guys for that that later topic that we want to do in like a later episode,
Mm-hmm.
would you put Maka on that list?
Fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it, yeah,
'Cause
probably.
They were when the series starts.
She's already
Already
pretty
pretty OP.
strong.
At 99 souls.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
need
yeah.
one more,
Mhm.
and then a witch soul.
Oh.
They're on the cusp of
Yeah.
completing their objective,
Mhm.
and then they fail. That's how the series starts.
Like she's about to be, or he's about to be the Hokage of their fucking
Yeah.
world or whatever, or one of, and then they just like don't.
Soul was on like the cusp of becoming a death scythe.
Yes,
Yeah, that's
they were
crazy.
that close,
Mhm.
and
And-
then they fucked it up.
And you don't even realize how important that is until way later on. The show's like, damn, he almost got there. That's
Yeah.
fucking
Picked up
crazy.
at that point.
Yeah.
It was almost at the level that the dad was, that Miss Marie was. I love Miss Marie. She was
Miss
so
Marie
sweet.
was great.
Yeah. And then last thing I want to end on, Blair, the cat.
Mhm.
Not witch, but the cat.
Yeah.
I like having her around, but she provided absolutely nothing to this.
Nah, bro.
She was literally
fan
useless.
service.
You know what she provided?
Straight up fan service.
Ass and titty, dog.
And
I'm
she did
sorry,
that well. I'll
pumpkin,
give her that.
Come on, Martine. What's rule number one?
And dude,
Come
stay
for
for
the
the
plot.
yeah, stay for the titties. I'm sorry, but that scene of her in the bath and little things spinning around, scrubbing her back, I was just like, damn,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. No,
No
they,
wonder
like
Soul was
they
struggling.
didn't even
You know shit.
they didn't even care. They're like, yeah, this character's absolutely useless. It's straight up just fan service.
Uh-huh.
So if you at least are okay with that, then you'll enjoy
I
her.
mean, she could be useful if they took her soul.
But she's not a witch, she said.
Okay.
Right? Oh, motherfucker, I'm gonna have to read this.
Yeah.
Is she more important or useful in the manga, or is she still fan service in the manga too?
She's still fan service.
Sounds about right. Whatever. I'm
No,
okay with
we
the
like our fan
every now and
service.
then. Yeah.
That's why we read or watch Fairy Tale.
No, that's why we love Stampede.
That's a different type of fan service.
Yeah, I was very happy when Luffy just crushed it. All right, so you got some jokes?
Yeah. Okay. So it's like a new little like segment I just want to do every once in a while because I think it'll be fucking hilarious. And the way I want to do this is I'm gonna tell this joke and then Bunny Lord, if you can do me a favor, the moment I end that joke, can you immediately get to their face? Okay, just to kind of like set the mood for this, like how this is gonna transpire.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why Goku got into another fight with Vegeta?
Like when?
Like
Just in general?
Yeah,
Okay, why?
because he was saying bad jokes.
That's God, that was so bad.
I'm
I'm sorry to every listener that had to hear that.
And I would have tried alchemy if it didn't cost an arm and a leg.
Okay, that one was kind of good. Oh, that's low, but kind of good.
Pretty good, bro.
What did the Jaeger say when they adopted Mikasa and took her in?
Mikasa Sukasa.
Mikasa.
God.
That's good too. Did you come up with these?
I looked some of them up.
Okay, I was about to say if you came up with all these, that's good and bad. But continue.
What does Luffy say when you want another piece of pie?
I don't like pie.
He doesn't like pie. What?
You can only have one piece.
Oh god, that one. See, no, it's those that I can't.
Gonna throw some.
That would make any dad cringe.
This one mostly for you two.
For us too?
No, her. And,
Oh.
yeah. Life is neither an anime nor a fairy tale.
If only we had a camera on the Bunny Lord. She loved it.
Fairy Tale's good. I don't care what you guys say.
Konan was
Agreed.
part of the Akatsuki because she was doing all the paperwork.
That's pretty good.
That was good too. No, that was
Man.
good.
She should have been assistant to the Hokage.
Oh my god.
She's dead.
How does Kagome wash her clothes?
Who's Kagome?
She makes the Inuyasha do it?
Oh.
In a washa.
Oh my god, I fucking hate you.
Get the fuck out of here.
And that was the end of Emery's anime dad jokes.
I shouldn't have laughed at the Inuyasha one.
You know, going from that segment into what we're about to talk about, it's going to be hard to come off as sane. But Martine, we got an anime we're going to recommend for you, and it's ridiculous, but it's actually pretty fucking good, bro. Reincarnated as a vending machine.
Damn it! Are you
And
serious?
now-
I
and-
specifically
and
said this
now
better not be
I
fucking.
Wonder Dungeons. So it's a guy who loves vending machines,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Oh.
And
Like-
he's like on a bike one day, like kind of going up a hill, and vending machine goes off, and he's like, "Oh shit, vending machine's in trouble." So he tries to help.
The
it,
vending
right?
machine's in trouble. Let me go
The
save
vending
it.
machine falls off
I
truck
thought
hood.
That was funny too. Is like, yeah, they didn't explain that he loved vending machines.
Mhm.
They just like he's like, "Oh no, the vending machine's in trouble," and he like tries to save it and dies in the process. But then is reborn as a vending machine because he is a vending machine otaku. He's into their functions. He's so
The different
impressed by the
models.
technology, the
Mhm.
different models, the different things that they can provide, right?
The different styles of vending machines.
Right.
You
And-
can't be
and-
serious.
and-
100%.
Whole point system, bro. He has points
Mhm.
and he doesn't run on electricity, right? So it
Eh.
takes a point an hour for him to essentially live, right?
How do you get points?
He has
He's a
to
vending
sell
machine.
more items. He has to
You've got to be fucking kidding me. No.
His life depends on this. He has to sell items or he will die. But when he's reincarnated, he's like in a forest. So he just sits there for multiple days and is like losing his
He's losing lifespan because
And
there's
then-
no one to sell to.
Yep.
Yes, and then all of a sudden he's getting attacked by like monsters
Like
in the
frogs.
universe and like is losing durability, has to like figure out the magic system to an extent, like how his storage system works and everything, the different items that he offers.
That is.
Can never take a vending machine seriously anymore.
it's-
like
that
That
I
sounds like
feel
the
bad for them
stupidest
now.
thing I've
It
ever
sounds
heard.
stupid, but it's so interesting
Yeah.
to watch because it's like, what the fuck is gonna happen, right? A girl comes across him, right? And in this universe, there's people who have blessings, right? So she has the blessing of might, and she just picks him up, right? Like she got separated from a party of people who were hunting monsters, right? Barely survives, right? Struggles. She finds him, falls in love with the food in there, right?
Falls in love with the food in there.
in the machine,
In the machine.
in the vending machine.
What do they have? Kit Kats?
No, it's
No,
like,
like,
they had, like they,
corn
had,
soup?
yeah,
Like
a
a-
corn-based soup that was like actually heated and warmed.
He can change. He can make a
Right.
like. He can dispense something either cold or hot, depending on like what you
And they're
get.
traveling.
I'm losing brain cells listening to
Same,
this fucking
same.
convincing.
Actually, fucking great though.
No, bro. Okay, no. There's this little scene where like she's like, she has nobody around her. She has no companions, and like the vending machine just puts a barrier around her and like protects her overnight. And he's like, "Oh, I guess I'm a friendly vending machine in this
I
world,
guess
right?
I'm a friendly vending
But
machine.
he's sentient, right? So she takes him, right? Now, currently, they're part of a party that's like wandering dungeons and shit.
Mm-hmm.
How
and,
does
like-
he move?
No,
She
just
carries him.
Carries him, but she's got the whole blessing of might.
So
like
it's just
kind
like
of
a heavy backpack.
counterbalance for her.
Like she doesn't know her. She has no control of her own strength, so she like constantly is missing blows. But when she's carrying him, it balances her out, so she's like landing him now.
She's like low key in
Okay. No.
vending
Yeah,
machine, bro.
and so like it's a pretty sophisticated vending machine, and they've worked out like a means of communication based off of the few like automated like voice
Words
functions
that you
it
say.
has. So it'll be like, "Hello, how are you?" or like, "Enter a coin."
No fucking no
Yes!
shot, dude.
I swear to
So
God, that's how they
ridiculous,
communicate.
it's
He can't even talk. He
ridiculous.
has to use fucking voice prompts built into the
No,
vending
so,
machine.
like, he can narrate, like there's narration.
You
and
hear
he,
his
like, he
thoughts,
has
I'm
his own voice,
assuming.
You can hear that, right? And when he's freaking out and trying to communicate something, like he only has functions as a vending machine that he can use, but like his mind is a person's mind.
Yeah.
Are you guys going as a vending machine as cosplay?
Bro, that would be hilarious. But no.
Anime
But
Monster,
no.
so down.
It like I would love I was telling him this. I would love to see a random isekai out there that just like has out of place objects that like
Boom.
that's a whole other person that got isekai. They're just a fucking item.
Like they just go into a town and
That turns
like,
into
you walk
fucking
past
Pop
it, you
Hunt,
walk-
the isekai.
Yeah.
bro,
That is
bro,
so
she takes him
dumb.
and puts him in front of the inn, and it starts attracting a bunch of
Bunch of customers. and-
customers because there's this novelty thing, right? And they have these otherworldly foods. He gains all these points and starts upgrading the items, and it gets a form change ability. So later on, they're
Yeah.
on an adventure, and he turns into like a ramen
vending machine.
ramen
I
vending
hate
machine and like
this
makes
so
hot
much.
ramen. Dude, it sounds so ridiculous.
It
but I'm
is
sitting there and
ridiculous.
I was like,
It's
this is
so
actually-
great.
It does more than sound ridiculous. That's no.
But if you don't take it too serious and just watch it,
No, that's one of those
I
you're
need
turning
brain
your
cells,
fucking
like
yeah,
my
you
brain
turn your brain
cells
off.
are just no.
No, do not. If you're watching that, you have absolutely nothing better to do than just to watch a
Dang.
brain.
me?
Dude, that is.
That sounds like a lot of judgment coming from somebody
I'm
who
not
hasn't seen it
judging
yet.
you. No, y'all have watched. Let me phrase it this way. Would y'all really be happy if I watched that before I watched any of the other shit y'all have recommended? to
He's
me?
right.
I'm not recommending it to you to watch it
This
right
is
now.
you
literally
did. You
called
literally said at the
Isekai
beginning.
Recommendation by
Actually-
Gary and Emery.
Actually,
Yeah.
yes, because there's 2 episodes out and it doesn't take that much time to stay up to date.
Oh my god.
Yep.
I'll give you that. It's short. At least.
Watch the
this
first
is-
episode.
this
Just
is
watch the
this
first
is
episode.
An anime that we can meme on for the rest of this season.
I'll
Well,
watch
go
it.
on.
I'll watch the first episode with her if she agrees. How about that?
Down.
Yeah, if we watch it, we'll watch it.
That way
We'll
we
do
can.
that.
You know how I do that thing where I love to pick apart shows that I hate or movies that I
Yes.
don't like. I'll do that. How about that?
Yeah.
You know what? And you know how we can get this to work?
What?
Thank you for tuning in to Anime Alchemist Podcast. My name is Emery, and we're out. Alchemist out.
Alchemist.
Alchemist.